Welcome back to the channel on my Derek Lukes and Joy Bryants of the world. In today's video, we are going to be making the Boss sauce. That's right, this sauce is Boss. I probably cook this sauce maybe once every 2 weeks and then incorporate it in almost all of my savory dishes. I love making this sauce. Let's start off with the mirepoix. Got our typical mirepoix here. I do have some green onions added in there because I had them sitting in the fridge. And if your veggies are just sitting in the fridge not being used, chop them up, find them to use somewhere, and put them in a pot. Now in this portion, I do recommend cutting the veggies pretty small. It helps with the cooking process and also helps when it's time to blend everything together into a smooth consistency. Also, if you're using fresh tomatoes or whole tomatoes, this is the time to cut those and get those prepared as well so you can cook them with the rest of our veggies here to get them soft before we blend those up as well. So once we get everything chopped up, we're going to stick them in a pot here, add a bit of salt, some spray pan oil, and get everything sauteed until it's nice and soft. When your carrots can be sliced with your spatulas, that's when you know it's time for the blending. Ooh, and we're getting all steamy here now. It's like the Wayne's World's dream sequence. Okay, so after that, we're going to get everything into our blender now so we can start our puree process. And like I said, if you're using the whole tomatoes or the fresh tomatoes, this is the time to stick everything into the blender as well. It's okay if you have to do it in different batches. There's no judgment if you can't fit everything in one batch. So we're going to add some water to this. If you have some chicken broth or some veggie broth, that works great. I usually do, but I did not have any today. That's fine. I'm going to just add some water in here, get this to a nice creamy, smooth consistency. Let's start blending. This sort of looks like a salsa to me right now, which is giving me ideas, frankly. But no, we're going to keep going till it's nice and smooth. Like that. Almost like a baby food consistency. Stick everything back in the same pot and get the pot back hot. And throughout this recipe, we're going to be adding water or, like I said, chicken stock, veggie stock, whatever you got, whatever kind of liquid. We're going to be adding at least 3.5 cups. But I like to do that in batches as the process is going because maybe you need less, maybe you need a little more. It really depends on how you want your sauce consistency to be. So I got my 2 cans there of sauce, my 1 can of paste, and I'm going to blend all that together, get it all melded until it's nice and incorporated. This is sort of reminding me of the sand bottles that you see at the fair. You know, with all the different layers of colors. Sort of the vibe I'm picking up now. Oh, I did forget to mention bouillon cubes. You're going to add a couple of bouillon cubes of the tomato bouillon cubes. Those just, it packs a lot of flavor and it's really good with this sauce. Now, typical Bolognese sauce, it would normally have the cream and meat in there, but you know, I don't like to really do that when I'm making a big batch of it because I have vegetarian and vegan friends. I don't want to put all of it in one pot. Can incorporate whatever you want in different batches whenever you're making whatever dish you're making. Alright, so like I said, add some more water if it needs more water. Get it to the consistency that you really want it at. And then let it go. I usually let it go for about 20-25 minutes until the sauce starts talking to itself. And by that I mean when you see all the bubbles and it looks like, well, like that, and it looks like the sauce is just having a conversation with itself, that's usually when I know that it's ready or close to being ready. I just love that color. I love that dark, rich red. It makes me happy. So like I said, you can make this sauce however you want, with whatever you want. If you're going to make a pasta, if you're going to be doing a veggie mixture, like I often do with greens and squash, and I put some of that boss sauce on top of it. Or like now, I'm making a flatbread pizza. Had some flatbreads in the fridge, a little pizza sauce, some spinach, cheese, a little sausage, and we'll call that a day. So the whole point of recipes like this is so you can already have um, a step out of the way. So let's say you're coming home from work and you really do want to make that pasta or the ravioli. Oh, I love making ravioli with this sauce. You already have the sauce made. It's already in your fridge. All you have to do is heat up some pasta, and there you go. Or if you want to make a flatbread pizza like I'm making right now, you already have the sauce. All you need is some typical ingredients that most people already have, and you can have a rich flavor popping through that you made at home that's already prepared for you. You don't have to think about. You just come home and heat it up. I love making recipes like this that help you to cook at home more easily. Things that are already prepared typically help you cook at home more. So you're not getting the craving to go and find it at some fast food joint. Because there ain't going to be no fast food joint with this. And you know it. But you convince yourself that you can find it. When all you have to do is open your fridge and it's already right there for you. So I got some spinach, some sausage here, some cheese. I'm going to pop this in the oven. Only takes about 10 minutes, not even. And I'm going to call that a night. Thank you for stopping by once again. And until next time, act like you cook.